Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Beane here. This is Exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen Show on YouTube. And this is also a podcast. We're on Spotify. So tell your friends. And hey, let's do a show right here on, what channel is this?
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching Exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Beane TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Beane here. This is Exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen Show on YouTube. Special guests back, show number 3, Michael and Robert.
What's up, Johnny? How's it going, Johnny?
What's up, you guys?
Hello there.
Good to see you, dudes. Hey, let's make this a real show, and let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on the John Beane YouTube station. Channel membership, it's a great way to help support the channel, support these shows. Top tier are the executive producers, Michael B, Music Therapy Laz, Majestic PB and J Cat, Flipper Carlin, CC, Bay Area Rich, Sherman Callahan, Nova 9, R Habs, and Janice, Lala the intern. Thank you guys for being top tier channel members. So yeah, I have an intern. It's true.
Really? Nice.
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, what I'll do during these shows, I'll say, like, if I'm trying to remember something, or I'll say, Janice, send me an X, Twitter of, tag me and remind me of whatever that was that we just talked about. And so I guess that's what an intern does.
I was going to say, is she helping you right now?
Well, we're recording this, so I actually could probably tweet her and she'd be like, what do you want? You're not live, Johnny. Where are you? Actually, it's true. We're pre-recording these shows, but we do have a live chat. We probably should have mentioned that on the past 2 shows. We have a live chat right over there, and Michael and Robert and myself are in the chat. So you guys can talk to us.
Yes.
In the chat.
Please. Awesome.
So let's see. So this is show number 3.
Number 3.
We've been talking about how you guys met, how we met, how we like Van Halen. You have a guitar back there.
We showed you the guitar the last one.
Yes. So we want to talk. We should probably do like a small recap of how you guys met, really quickly.
Through Van Halen.
Yes.
Met at a backstage at a Van Halen 3 show.
It was a dating site, really.
Fake news.
No, yeah, it was backstage Van Halen, and
We actually met because of this.
yeah, because of this guitar.
Had you not had that guitar,
No.
we'd have no reason to
No,
talk.
because you walked up specifically seeing that case. You're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, what are you doing with that case?
Yeah,
there's the...
he opened the case,
Meet and
and I recognized the guitar,
Yeah.
and he said he won it in a contest. In
Yeah.
contest I had tried to win, and so yeah, without that guitar, we wouldn't be sitting here.
And same with Johnny. Johnny's the one that's done research on the guitar, reached out to me a while back and found that article right there of Eddie holding it in the studio and all that. Rest is history in that sense. Yeah.
Amazing.
That
Exactly.
was almost 30 years ago.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That's great.
That's a long time ago. Definitely. Awesome, man.
Mm-hmm. But you won the guitar 40 years ago.
Do you have to say that? Yeah. Years ago, yes. Okay.
4 decades.
Man. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Dude.
Yes. I've had that for many years, and I've had it literally hidden in different walls and hiding places, and it's
Didn't
never.
you try to put it in a bank one time, like a?
Oh yeah,
vault?
Actually, I literally called a couple of different banks, and they wouldn't take it. Number one, because they couldn't fit it. Number two, because the value of that guitar they couldn't insure. So, yeah, that's why I had to hide it. I had to hide it. There you go. I had to hide it in the walls and different places, literally. My mom's, and yeah, yeah, definitely. But it can be yours for $19.99. 19,099. There you go. Yeah,
Man. Well, there's been Van Halen guitars that have been auctioned, over the years. I mean, I've done shows, talking about them. Well, there was the Hot for Teacher.
exactly.
Right? The Hot for Teacher guitar. That was auctioned.
Yeah,
There's a photo.
3.9.
3.9 million. It was that guitar. Yeah, it's better. Oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's interesting about that guitar, I think, Johnny, is that there's pictures of Ed playing it at the first show of the 1984 tour in Jacksonville, and you never see that guitar again. I think it
disappeared.
Maybe he didn't like it. I don't know. Maybe he put it back in the corral and favored the 5150. It didn't actually become the Hot for Teacher guitar until 9 months later, when
After
the tour
that.
was over, and the next week they were filming Hot for Teacher.
Right. And there's a difference in that body too, I believe. If you have that picture up, right? What kind of body is that? Looks totally
I
different.
believe that's a Kramer Pacer Special.
Okay.
That's what the model was.
Well, the only similar things on that one and the one that Eddie gave me, actually, it's pretty cool to verify. I mean, the wear and tear of where Eddie played and thrashed that guitar is the same type of wear and tear on the one he gave me that was used in the studio.
Similar with the neck too.
Right, neck and all. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
But this one's not a Pacer.
That's not a Pacer, right, Johnny? There's a
No, I believe yours is a Baretta.
right. Definitely a Baretta, and it's as heavy. And I think, I mentioned in one of the other shows that we had with you, is when I held the 5150, at sound check, it's the same weight as this.
Yeah, it's almost 9.5 pounds.
Yeah, close to 9.5 pounds, and it's a heavy guitar. So solid body. Ed's special tone type of, I guess, pet peeve, right? He liked the solid body because of that tone it gave. Not only that, but the pickups were special. I think I told you one story. I don't know if it's in the other stories or the other shows that we had, but he actually gave me some advice on how to wind up the pickup, wax it, and it would give it a different tone. So I did that on one of these guitars. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. It was a Striker, right? And I actually did that, but my bad. I took it to a luthier to get some work done on it, and he took out all the wax, all the extra wiring, and said, "Oh, I fixed it for you." And ever since then, it sounds like crap. But when I did it, when I put it together, like Eddie's recommendations, it had balls. I mean, literally, I played it through Marshall, and it sounded so beefy, right? So to that point, Eddie had specific nuances for the pickups, for the volume, everything on that, right?
Because this pickup seems like it's wound more.
Yeah,
than
it's
an average
thicker.
pickup.
It's a thicker pickup. It's shaved on the top, which is kind of weird. And then it's also mounted to the body, right? So all of his guitars the pickups were mounted. There you go. Mounted to the bodies for that tone. It gave it that brown sound, right? And that's what he was. He was a tone chaser, speaking of. It's in that Tone Chaser book that we'd mentioned also. And another difference in this one, I think we showed it in the second show, right? Towards the end of the guitar. This one's actually signed by Gary Kramer. Gary has never signed any of Eddie's guitars except this one. So Gary Kramer, the original founder of Kramer Guitars, there you go, there's a picture right there, signed this. And then he also certified, authenticated it, that Eddie, in fact, did use this in the studio. There's the picture right there. He used it in the studio. He jammed with it.
Played the hell out of
he
it.
played the hell out of it. According to Rudy Leiren, his guitar tech, who I spoke with, and there he is. There's a picture. He said he literally played the hell out of that guitar.
Well, didn't he and Ed build this one?
Yeah, they actually, as a matter of fact, they did. And another way that we authenticated that, and again, Rudy was at the show when Eddie gave me the guitar, so we really validated there. But Rudy has his initials on the back of the tremolo strings, and he says that's how you know that I touched it. Eddie and I worked on that guitar and built it. So we couldn't see it close when we showed you on the camera, but his initials are on the springs. So it's a true one of a kind studio guitar, used guitar. There's a couple more pictures of Eddie actually playing it in the 5150 studio. And again, Gary Kramer validated it. There it is right there. That's the guitar. That's in the studio next to the racks. Rudy Leiren verified it, validated it. Gary Kramer and a lot of the people at Kramer when they gave me the guitar.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned also that before he showed up giving me the guitar, he was late. So he had to run back into the studio and grab.
Because he forgot the guitar.
He forgot the guitar. So he had to go.
Really?
Yeah, he forgot the guitar at the studio when he was going to give me the guitar. So he was a couple hours late because of that. So he had to grab the guitar.
Now, the contest for this, the photo they show, it's a different guitar than this, right?
Oh, and the actual magazine. Yeah, the magazine. It's like the Frankenstein or something like that.
Yeah,
it's a
like
version of the Frankenstein.
The Frankenstrat copy or something.
Yeah,
used on the South American leg of the
right. And then,
oh, cool.
That's what's in the photo.
In the photo itself,
But,
and then when I got this, I'm like, that's not it. No, no. But what tripped me out, and you'll see on the video, I'm actually looking at it because it was thrashed. I'm like, okay, that's cool. It was actually used, but I was tripping out on the volume pod, and I'm messing with it. I'm just looking at it, just like, wow, it was actually used, but it wasn't the Frankenstrat. But it's still, you could see the wear and tear on it. And then the first thing I noticed was it shaved right where by the high end of the neck. It's one of his things was the lower horn. He liked to shave that because when he played the high notes, he didn't like his palm to stick, so it would be smoother when he hit that high note. And then he shaved where his other arm would go. When he's playing.
Yeah, where it's contoured on the body.
Exactly. So he shaved that so his arm wouldn't stick during shows. And it's the same type of style. Everything that he liked and his specifics are shown in this guitar, so.
A lot of some of the other Kramers that he gave away to like Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those, and they have like the 4-bolt neck
Exactly.
plate.
Exactly.
The 6-bolt.
And it's a 4-bolt like this. I don't know if you can see the 4-bolt in the back there, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are the standard that Robert's talking about. That's the 4-bolt Kramers. But
yeah, those are the ones that are like I think they basically made them for promotional purposes.
Right.
And they gave them
exactly. Those the Hard Rocks. Yeah, the Hard Rocks were promotional, and then these that are production are production.
And if you look at those Hard Rocks, the pickups aren't wound more.
No.
This one, different beast.
Different. Thick.
Like one of the few that's out in the wild. Real.
Exactly.
Eddie Kramer.
It's unique again, wound to his specs. It's you can't compare it to the other ones. Just kind of like what Robert's saying.
Right.
And that's how you know it's unique.
Because he actually played. I mean, there's photos of him playing it in the studio.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
yeah, you're played it. So it's the way it looks now is the way you got it, and it's been played.
Exactly.
So he played it quite.
Like I said, I had to hide the guitar. Yeah. Literally.
So I'm sorry again. The last 40 years, it's been hidden. It's just been like stored away.
I hid it, and literally I was paranoid because when I won the guitar, I had people coming out of the woodwork I didn't even know. I don't know how they got my phone number, and some people would show up, and it's just so I had to hide it. So I literally had built a wall in one of my houses and hid it back there, and it wouldn't see the light of day. And same thing in my other house, everywhere I moved or whatever, I would hide that thing so nobody would touch it.
And didn't people like reach out to you to like offered to buy it? And
Yeah.
like, wasn't there a collector in Japan?
Japan, China. Yeah, I think
How
we
did
talked
they
about
get a hold of your
exactly.
number?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. They'd always reach out and just offer this and that and whatever, you know. But that's again why I got paranoid and I'm like try to hide it from everybody. So, like I said, you know, a lot of different offers, but for you, $19.99 for you, Johnny. 19 million for you, Johnny. There you go.
Sold.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's so amazing. So, what do we want to do? Do you want to look more at the guitar?
Well, I think that's what we were going to leave it up to you and your show and your viewers. I think a big reveal, right? Because nobody's ever touched or opened up, or neither have I, opened up the back of this plate, the volume plate.
That's the sound of your wall.
There you go. It's coming out of the closet there. The guitar, then. It's the guitar. All right. So, yeah, you want to, let's do that. First time in history for your show here, Johnny.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
All right. So we'll open up.
It.
Yeah, we'll open up the
plate. Tear it apart.
No, yeah, we're going to shave it down. We're going to saw it and everything, super glue and everything.
I was thinking we should repaint it.
There you go. Yeah.
Now let's open up that back cavity and see what we got.
All right, so we're going to do open up the back plate of the volume pot and go from there. So let us know what you can see, what you don't see, and guide us on that. And hopefully your viewers will be just as excited as us because this is the first time it's been done. Shall we?
Let's do it.
Gloves and all.
Yes. And seriously, I mean, what Michael's saying there, I mean, this will be the first time anybody, well, there's not many people that own a guitar that Edward Van Halen gave them for one thing. I mean, that's amazing in itself. But to have a guitar that Edward used in the studio at 5150, you know, I mean, there he is playing the guitar.
Okay.
And
Steph, you want them?
So to take the back plate off, see what's in there.
What's with the plastic?
So the plastic, I learned from one of these guys from a collector that you don't ruin the screws with plastic cover. It's like a protect it. So I want to make sure, again, I don't want to mess this thing up. So we got to make sure we put them back with the same spot. Can you see that, Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to put them in order right here where they're
4 screws. That's 1.
I'm nervous. Plus, I can't see. There we go.
Wow. Yeah, don't lose any of those because those screws, I mean, you got those from Eddie Van Halen.
Right?
That's such a weird thing to think about.
It is, man. When I'm doing this right now, it's like the first time. Okay. No laughing.
All right, the last screw.
Okay, last screw coming out.
All right.
Okay, that's the order.
Now, how do we get this out?
Yeah.
Do you have a flathead?
Yeah. Hold on, we haven't done this, man. There we
go. You guys are sweating. There's like sweat dripping.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here we go. Are you ready?
All right. Let's see what's in there.
Yeah. Let me get a flashlight. Okay.
Oh, it's got a little bit of shielding. What kind of pot is that? Can you tell?
Hold on. The magnifying glass.
Yeah, I wonder if you hold the magnifying glass up.
A50.
A50
Yeah.
is what the volume pot says on it.
Yeah, and then there's some other numbers I can't see under the solder. But this thing is shaved. There's like you can tell where they were. Wow, it's like a chisel. Can you see that? It's like chiseled right here.
Oh, it sure is.
It's all chiseled right there. And then under, look at that. The white.
Let's see. Yeah, interesting. Let's turn it this way. Maybe you can see the chisel mark.
Can you see that, Johnny?
Which side are the chisel marks on?
Well,
The
look,
left or the
there's
right?
chisel marks right
On
here.
the right side?
Both right here. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
On the top and on the back right here there's chiseled.
Oh, there we. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's cool. Oh, yeah.
You
Hold
see
the
it?
magnifying glass up to the camera. We can actually see.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Move it down a little bit.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Cool.
There you go.
Very cool.
There we go, man.
Those are chisel marks, not termites, right?
Yeah, exactly. Little termite action. Oh, look at how the jack is weathered. I mean, can you see that, Johnny?
Move it down.
There you go.
There, right there.
Yeah, maybe angle it so the light's not on it. So
There you go. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, it's weathered, whatever that stuff is on the.
yeah, try it without the light on the magnifying glass. Maybe that'll help out.
No, the light's better.
Yeah, we'll hold it up to the. Where's
There we
the
go.
camera on this? There we go.
There we go. Can you see that?
That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for one thing,
What about the
The sh-
pod?
the shielding in there is definitely custom.
Right? Because its shielding is normally smaller than that.
Yeah, I mean that's you can tell they definitely they cut that piece out and they placed
Right.
that in there.
And what is the A50? A50.
A50 on the volume pot.
Yeah.
Let me see. A50.
That's cool.
A50K. So that's I guess it's a style of potentiometer. And actually, anybody watching this, if you guys want to drop comments down below or in the live chat, you can chime in. Very
Yeah, I'm sure
interesting.
there's a bunch of Kramer aficionados out there who
Aficionados?
aficionados.
Oh, there's no more numbers. Wait, there's more numbers actually. Hold on. Yeah, there's a string of numbers, but again, can you see where it's scratched out, Johnny?
No.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
It's hard to.
Actually, you're right.
What about on the
There are,
plate?
yeah.
Was there anything on the back of the plate?
Yeah, what's on the anything on the inside?
Dirt. No.
Johnny? Can you see Rudy's initials in there? In the
Oh yeah, in the back.
Oh yeah, let's see that.
Yeah. All right, let me see. The camera's right here, Robert.
okay.
There you go. So
Hard to see.
Are they right there in the middle?
no, they're on under each spring.
Kind of hard.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Underneath. So like before they attach
So
the
right-
bridge.
So right here you can see, yeah. Right here and right here. You see the R right here and part of the L right here.
It looks like there's an R.
Yeah, right here. And then the L right there. And it's almost
Move the-
scratched in.
Move the magnifying glass to your right a little bit. And then down a little bit. Okay, yeah, that looks like an R right there.
Yeah, there's an R right here.
Yeah.
You see right here, and there's an L. That's like a beginning of an L. Oh, we did it.
I mean,
It's cursive.
yeah.
It was cursive,
okay.
right? You want to put it right there?
Yeah.
And that's Rudy Leiren.
Yeah.
So he helped build the guitar. Wow.
Interesting stuff.
That's so cool. And look how the stripes go down into the cavity. That's pretty cool.
So the A50 is a 500K pot.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it is the
Yeah,
500, which what does that mean? We're talking about that on another show, Johnny. The 500, that's pretty much Eddie's style. Right?
Yeah, well, generally 500K pots are what was normally used for a humbucker or double coil pickup.
Okay. But at the
which
same
is what
time,
that
since
is.
it's only a volume pot and no tone, I think that's another reason why it added to his tone out, his sound in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at that signature from Gary. That's a really nice signature. That's the only Kramer he's ever signed.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. There it is.
Mm-hmm. And can we see the volume pot again?
Sure.
Is there a potentiometer? Is there a
you got the ground going to the Floyd Rose springs, and then you've got one going to the jack, and then one going, I don't know where else, the volume pot itself, but I don't know where this black one goes.
Is there a capacitor? Is there a capacitor on there?
Nope.
Because generally on a one pickup guitar, a lot of times you'll find a capacitor instead of going to the tone. Like if there's two knobs, if there's a tone.
Yeah.
Generally, you'll find a capacitor on the volume knob itself.
Yeah, I bought a Kramer reissue guitar. I don't know, 5 years ago. So, and it had the capacitor on the volume.
That just trips me out, dude. It trips me out that it's the chisel. I don't know why he chiseled that. He chiseled right there. He chiseled right there.
Yeah. Can we see it? If you flip the guitar a little bit?
There you go. Can you see there's a top chisel right up here?
Yeah.
Right? And then over here by the blue, the ground going out. I don't know if you can see that.
There's chisel marks there too.
Yeah, he's got chiseled in there. That's crazy.
That's cool.
Johnny, do you know much about the Floyd Rose systems?
Yeah,
like
this one's flat to the body. What do you know? What?
Yeah, it's non-floating.
That.
Which one is?
Well,
this,
you got that guitar in '85, so that would be like an '84 Floyd Rose.
There you go. And then you got the black numbers. I think we showed last time the serial number and the 6 bolt. We showed that.
Oh yeah, can you show that through the magnifying glass? Show the plate.
Maybe without the lights.
Let's see.
So we can see the serial, which again is D1984.
Can you see that?
Sort almost.
Let's see, where is it? That's right below the Kramer.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So here, I'll put it right here.
I know it's tough.
How's that?
There it is. D1984. Yeah.
And there's a 6 bolt.
And the 6 bolts.
Yeah.
Which tells you that was one of Eddie's personal guitars.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you can see where you were talking about where it's
shaved right here.
Yeah,
this is what I was talking about, his
sanded.
palm. He hated his palm getting sticky there, and then back here as far as other arm. Same thing. And it's got the same wear and tear of all his other guitars, his live, the ones he used on stage, which is crazy. So,
and that pickup, you can see how fat that pickup is.
See how thick that is?
Mm-hmm.
Windings around it.
And then I don't know if you could see on here. This is what I was talking about. It's shaved on this side. I don't know why. It's a little bit shaved down as opposed to the other side. And then it's bolted to the body itself. And then the other type, the foot and the plate, it's soldered to this plate too. It's a different, like I mentioned, it's mounted different. There's a
there's a photo there that you sent me.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
And then tone instead of a volume knob like he did on his other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And only on Johnny Beane TV.
That's right.
Looks like it has what type of tuning pegs are those? Shallers?
Yeah, shallers.
Yeah. Those are German Schaller tuners. You got the headstock there. That's so cool. That's so cool with that Kramer logo too.
There's a star, custom star cutout.
Oh yeah. Can we actually see those with the magnifying glass? Those custom stars?
So these stars look like they were made from scissors and electrical
tape. Yeah. Can you see that, Johnny?
Look at that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's another one down here.
This one's gonna be kind of hard. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very special. I mean, that's something that's very custom to this guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not standard stickers.
No.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So cool. And I know that guitar is heavy, Robert.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of holding it.
Yeah.
It's like, let me just go put this down in my car.
Yeah. Exactly. Remember to put that plate back here.
Oh, yeah.
But there you go.
So cool.
So we said, so this one's a little over 9 pounds. And, the Wolfgang is, what was it?
7.8.
Yeah, 7.8 pounds of Wolfgang nowadays. But this puppy is heavy. It's solid wood. All wear and tear from Eddie from the studio. Again, it just trips me out that, I was thinking, I think we were talking about this earlier before the show is, the Frankenstein itself isn't a safe right now per Wolfgang, right?
Yeah.
And that's a unique guitar.
Who knows what that would sell?
Exactly. I mean, even the ones that are out there that have sold, can you imagine the Frankenstein?
Yeah.
And to my point is, that is like, it's not a Frankenstein, but it's like the 5150, but it's his.
Right.
That's what I always trip out about. Because it was in the studio. He used it. Rudy Leiren said he used that a lot. So it's like, I don't know, it just amazes me. One, it was his.
Right.
I always looked up to him as a guitar player and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's just crazy, man. Yeah.
Incredibly rare instrument.
Right? And there it is in the studio again. Just wild. Again, thankful I got to meet him. Thankful I got to, get that opportunity. And, again, like I said, he was a very down-to-earth person, very humble. You talked to him a few times.
Yeah,
He was
he's
so
a nice guy.
Very nice guy, man. Just it's again thankful for all this. Thankful for you guys in the show, Johnny. Like I said, if anybody has any questions, reach out to you. I guess if they want to find out more about the guitar specs, or whatever, or what anybody would be interested in learning about it. So cool.
Yeah, feel free, you guys. Feel free to. You can text me 415-952-3263. Drop comments below. And very, very interesting, man. Very cool.
Awesome. Only on Johnny Beane TV.
That's right. All right. So, are we good, Robert? I know you gotta split.
Yeah, I got some things going on this evening, so.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, Michael, Robert, thank you guys again.
Thanks, Johnny.
Awesome,
Thanks for
Johnny.
having us on again.
Appreciate it. Talk soon.
You're welcome. You guys are welcome. Thank you so much. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. And thank you to our channel members here on the Johnny Beane YouTube station. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows. And tune in. Drop your comments below. And we will see you guys on the next show. Right here on... what channel is this? Lori Tucker from Van Halen's Hot for Teacher music video.
I just want to be like, how old are you?
Hey, it's Lori Tucker and
Johnny Beane.
and we're here at the Forum and we're going to see
Sammy
Sammy
Hagar.
Hagar. And you're watching Johnny Beane TV. Stay tuned.
Thank you so much for watching. Click on another video. Actually, the 2 previous shows will be on the screen here. Watch those shows, drop your comments below, and if you want more info on that guitar, send in a message, 415-952-3263. All right, see you guys later. Johnny Beane TV. Bye-bye.